we are, top of Fort William, in the eye, I think that's what it's supposed to be. Eye of the storm, about to drop in for track walk. Got the Evoc party pack on today, just strapped up for the extreme Fort Bill track walk. Up here at Fort William, in this top part of the track, it's like no other track in the world. You're out in the middle of the peat bog. You go off the side of this track anyway, you're in just the peat and the moss and the bog sort of stuff. It's a death boardwalk. These things are dodgy in the wind. I remember one year, well, you jump off this little rock onto this one and you always end up like almost off the edge, but luckily this one's quite short. One year I shot along this one, smashed my hand on a pole, was like, shaking my hand, and then I hit that next little bump, seat bounce with like one hand on the bar, and couldn't get my hand back on the bar, missed the bar, front wheel dropped off the end of the boardwalk, and I just went straight into all that peat and bog and got stuck. Greg was behind me and thought I was dead. Last bit of boardwalk before it gets sort of rockier and steeper, but it's like your last chance to have a quick breather. I have a little sit down on the end of that boardwalk, and on here just sort of cruise and prep yourself ready for the little bit rougher stuff coming up. Of like rough rocky bits, and then you kind of hit like flat turns where they put material on them that makes it really slick. It's dry at the moment, so it's even more marbly than usual, and yeah, it's going to be hard. First couple of runs it's going to cut up and get a groove in it, so it'll be better after first day's practice. But I think they swept a lot of the turns at the moment to try and get some of that marble off, but they're definitely going to loosen up because it's so dry. Here's Turd, Adam Brayton. In my eyes, he did the best track walks. Was it 2 years ago when you did that?
Yeah, 2 mate.
Come on, have you got a quote for "This is Peaty track walk"?
This is Peaty getting meaty.
Off the cuff! Sort of midway down track, the famous, infamous Deer Gate. Everybody pulls over here. The top of the track's quite rough and hard on you, so it's nice in practice to be able to pull over here, have a breather, and then it's steep straight away, so you get going again into the rest of the track and cruise down at bottom. Yeah, same old here. I mean, they've taped it quite tight here, so this section you are getting a little bit tired by here, so you've got to make sure you're carrying speed through your corners well and still attacking, and it's still really rough, although like we're getting into the sort of more meaty tree section of the track here. So yeah, it's all pretty much material has been brought in, so there's still a lot of rock, and there's a big chunk of bedrock down here that you just sort of ride up high and then pop off, so still meaty. Knackered, it's been a long walk so far, so feeling hungry, thirsty. It's time to have a bit of a break here at the road gap.
Sausage butty, no butter, and make it snappy.
Is that the perfect nutrition right there?
Yeah. Bit of smoky bacon sardine, track walk. Make it through to end then. Robbie's going awesome. We've got Greg on wafting duties, me on tongue duties. It's all going good.
Go.
No.
Middle of a downhill track. Literally middle of a downhill track.
Slippers aren't working very well there. Did you walk the track yet?
Yeah, I walked through. We got hungry halfway.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Simple things in life, eh?
That is good. Bottom leg, little flat wood here, it's quite tricky, a bit of a wall ride. You got to try and get a good pump down this little rocky section over this stream where Peaty crashed last year, and get on the wall ride, get a couple of pedals in, get up high on it, and then you drop off it and get a backside on some roots to carry a lot of speed through the next flat section. And if you get enough speed through there's a little pop you can do off a stump and get a nice backside to flow into the next section. Then you come out of this flat section onto the motorway. It's a very key section. You're pretty tired here, and there's a lot of little pumps and bumps and stuff like that. This is sort of area where the proper fit guys like myself and Greg and Gwynny and those guys will make a bit of time. Here we are. Should rename this the midge section because it's so bad with midges, but yeah, nice hip jump by the tower. Forgot what number they call this tower, but the tower hip, 32. Hip in, and you used to have to go like off left and then real flat section, but now they've made a whole new motor and it's got loads of nice, like first step down, tabletop, another step down, and then it's got a couple of tight turns. They're going to be a bit tricky at speed before the TSO jump, but new section, quite excited for tomorrow. The wall, whatever you want to call it, this is the last big drop before the finish line. When you do the TSO jump, you know that you're almost at the line, and it's quite a good feeling to come in, do this couple of jumps over 4-cross and get eaten alive by fucking midges while you're in the air, and then get over the finish line and go yes, and run to your van and hide away from midges. But we can't walk through the finish line at the moment because 4-cross practice is going on. But yeah, this place just erupts. It's such a great atmosphere at Fort William. The fans make this race. Track's awesome, the organisation is top notch, but the fans make it with the noise on Sunday afternoon.